I would like to advise all those present that notice of this regular meeting of October 18th, 2023 has been provided to the public in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey. Notice of time and place of this meeting has been included in the annual notice of meetings, which was posted and filed with the city clerk and with the Jersey Journal and the Star Ledger. An additional notice of time and place was posted and filed with the city clerk on October 13th, 2023. The regular meeting of the Municipal Council of the City of Bayonne is now in session. Ms. Medina, please call the roll.
Mr. Booker?
Here.
Mr. Carroll?
Here.
Mr. Perez?
Here.
Ms. Weimer?
Here.
Mr. La Palusa?
Here, please rise for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
You want to make your speech first? Okay.
We've got 10 ordinances that are scheduled for hearing. However, we were alerted by representative of one of the entities that is subject to one of these ordinances that there was a defect in the notice for hearing on this date. So it would be 01 and 02 were not going to be heard anyway because that was subject to a discussion that we had last month at closed session. 03, notwithstanding the fact that there is a defect in the notice, I've been advised by council that they want to proceed with it, notwithstanding the defect. I would think the only belt and suspenders aspect of that would be to, I don't know how we do that, though. You can't reintroduce it in November. It would be to try and cure it in November. The problem is, once it's passed, I don't know. But that one's going to be considered tonight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 will not be heard, so we can adjust the meeting notice for the November 8th meeting. So with that, I think Madeline, there would be a motion to table everything. We need a motion to table everything except for 3 to November 8th and have a new notice put out for that.
Okay. So starting with 01, may I have a motion to postpone to November 8th?
Second.
Do you want to do them all as a whole? Does that make it easier?
It might be easier for our purposes, for the administrative purposes,
Okay,
to have
that's
one
fine.
on each one.
That's fine.
Yeah. And on 01, Mr. Booker?
Aye.
Mr. Carroll?
Aye.
Mr. Perez?
Aye.
Ms. Weimer?
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa?
Aye.
And resolution postponing the second reading of 02.
Move it.
Second.
And on that one, Mr. Booker? Mr. Carroll?
Aye.
Mr. Perez?
Aye.
Ms. Weimer?
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa?
Aye.
03 is an ordinance of the City of Bayonne, County of Hudson, State of New Jersey, approving a financial agreement by and between the City of Bayonne and B9 LaFonte owner, Urban Renewal LLC, for the property located at 69-73 LaFonte Way, which property is identified as Block 412, Lot 3, as shown on the official tax map of the city, which was introduced and passed the first reading at the meeting held September 20th, was published in the Jersey Journal and posted on the bulletin board as required by law, with notice that it would be further considered for final passage following a public hearing at this meeting of October 18th, is now before the council for its consideration and a public hearing. And a resolution moved by Councilmember Perez, giving the ordinance second reading. Mr. Booker, will you second?
Aye.
And on the resolution, Mr. Booker?
Aye.
Mr. Carroll?
Aye.
Mr. Perez?
Aye.
Ms. Weimer?
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa?
Aye.
Second reading is by title, an ordinance of the City of Bayonne, County of Hudson, State of New Jersey, approving a financial agreement by and between the City of Bayonne and B9 LaFonte owner, Urban Renewal LLC, for the property located at 69-73 LaFonte Way, which is identified as Block 412, Lot 3, as shown on the official tax map of the City of Bayonne. And the council is now ready to give all persons interested in this ordinance an opportunity to be heard concerning it. The council president will recognize anyone who wishes to speak. No protest against, objections to, or statements in favor of this ordinance or its passage has been filed with me. May I have a motion to close?
So moved.
And on the motion to close, Mr. Booker. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
And resolution ordering final passage.
So moved.
Second.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
04, I will take a motion to postpone to November 8th.
Move it.
Second.
And on that ordinance, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Actually, it's a resolution. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
05, we'll take a motion to postpone.
So moved.
And on that resolution to postpone, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
06, resolution to postpone to November 8th.
So moved.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
07, a resolution to postpone to November 8th. Would like to move it.
Move it.
Second.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
08, a motion to postpone to November 8th.
Move it.
On that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
09 is also a resolution to postpone.
Move it.
And on that one, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Last one is 010.
Move it.
And on that one, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Our first speaker is Janet. Let's come to the mic. You have to state your name and your address.
My, my name is Janet Wozolewski, W-A-S-I-E-L-E-W-S-K-I. I want to please for councilors meeting, like people who have a 79, 80-year older, no pay tax for school. Give change to people older. People want to die in a house. No want to go to nursing home. No want to go to kids. Only want to die. Please, give change to people, because life is short anyway. Thank you very much. I have a letter, because I know perfect speak English. I got it also letter.
Thank you.
You want me to read it in the
Thank
record?
you.
Okay, I'll read this in the record, Ms. Wozlowski.
Excuse me?
I'll read this into the record, okay?
reading. Because anyway.
It's pretty much what you said, but I'll read it into the record since you gave us the letter. My name is Janet Wozlowski, and I'm requesting a school tax exemption. I have reached the age of 80, and I am a senior, and my children are already grown up. My children, grandchildren are young, and they earn more and can pay this tax. I do not. I have a wish to live in the house until I die, but I am not able to maintain it myself. I will be forced to sell it because there is such a high tax on the house. My dream cannot come true to live in my house until old age because I cannot afford it. Please grant my request. If I could just tell you an answer to this.
You send me that.
My mother lived in an adult community out of town, where they built a lot of homes. So now the majority of people down there were over the age of 65, considered senior citizens. And they too wanted to have that part of the tax taken away. But all of us had the opportunity for education, and this is what you're asking, to take the education part out of the taxes. We live in a society where if you don't educate people, those people who are not educated, the majority of those people may do something else to get money. And I would hate to have the majority of those people looking to go and attack senior citizens who may be vulnerable. And that's what happens if you don't educate people. And so since all of us had the opportunity for education, I don't know if you were in the country at the time, but you had the opportunity to get educated, so you're not doing those things. And that's what we want to encourage with the youth that are in school. We want to make sure that they're not growing up in an environment to do some sort of criminal opportunity. And so the more you educate people, I think the better chance you have of them growing up to be good citizens. And that's the reason why everybody should pay into that education. Does anybody want to add to that?
I agree. I know there's definitely a burden on the senior community, but those taxes help every member of society, no matter the age, because it provides opportunities for these children before and after school.
My kids pay taxes, my granddaughter pay taxes, I am also pay taxes. A lot of people is Jersey City come to Bayonne High School, only cover, like familia, make an address change, so.
And
Those are issues that should be absolutely looked into with the Board of Ed, if students are coming from out of town. But just to finish my thought, one of the things that those taxes do, as the council president alluded to, is provide programs for these students before and after school that help to keep them off the street and give them opportunities to learn not just academically what's going on during the 7 hours during school, but also much-needed skills for life that will help them in the future and help them care for the senior community and grow up to be respectful and contributing members of society. So it's definitely an issue we need to look at, but there's much more benefits making sure there's those programs.
Because everybody died, 80 people, 85 died. Life is short now anyway. Give change to senior citizens.
Well, and the other thing is that this is Ms. Wazalewski, this is a state statute, so we couldn't change it on the city level if we wanted to. Okay. So that might be something if you want to explore through your state local representative, because it's a state statute that we collect this tax for education. Very well said, Mr. Carroll.
Thank you.
Cheryl Riscott.
Cheryl Riscott, 399 Avenue C, Bayonne. Good evening, council. I'd like to know why this coronium hexavalent is all through the town. Who put it there? Who ordered it to be here in the town? Who's paying the electricity bill for this to be all over town? It's a very dangerous, toxic chemical that the residents do not know about. I want an answer.
Cheryl, when you're done, I will answer if you're done, I'll answer you.
Excuse me, Gary?
You and I have spoken this. When you're done speaking, I will answer you. Are you done, or do you have more to add?
No, that's just about it. And there's formaldehyde all through, wiring all through the town. There's a black substance on the side of the curbs all through the town, as far as the places that I go to, where I go downtown. I don't go 50th Street and Avenue B. I'm not all around the west side. But where I usually go, this is what I'm saying. All on the side of the curbs, all in the buildings, there's cement or something splashed on the buildings. There's one other thing. Oh, man. Oh, cement filling. A friend of mine that lives on 39th and Avenue B in front of Nick Rayos's apartment building, 105 West 39th Street, cement filling all through his sidewalk, where I was going for a while. VFW, the veterans on 23rd Del Monte Drive, same thing. They did the same thing. It seems wherever I go, I'm seeing this. Why? Only half of the cracks are filled and the half the cracks are left open. So what's the reason for it? My main concern is this coronium hexavalent. Who ordered Bayonne to do this? Because I don't think the chief and I don't think the chief of police ordered this to be in the town. Bayonne was a wonderful town, and it's becoming to be unwonderful. The garbage, the wheat oak. By the way, coronium hexavalent, what is it? It's an element that is in weeds, rocks, and water. Why are there holes all through the city, all through the ground, all through the middle of the blocks, everywhere you go? Why are the weeds growing above our heads and none of them are being cut? The town looks disgusting, and I am not blaming the city of Bayonne. I think it's above that. But the city of Bayonne should be fighting them, not being afraid of these people or this person. I'm very aware what's going on, but I'm not saying everything, but I'm saying enough. You need to fight for your town. Bayonne is a wonderful town, was always a great town, and need not to let one person destroy it, and we all know who that is. Thank you, council.
If I could just answer some of the things you said. I cannot answer to all the things that you spoke about. I don't know about the weeds being over your head or where that is, but Cheryl, I had run into her, I guess it was around the summertime of this year, and she pointed out something on one of the utility poles, and it was a gray box. It was an AT&T box on the pole on 24th Street, and it does say may contain hexavalent chromium. Hexavalent chromium is something that is toxic. So I got in touch with our public service representative. He forwarded that to a representative from AT&T, who got back to me and said that there is almost no hexavalent chromium in the box. If there is, it would be so small it would not affect anybody. And even though the label is on the box, they put the label on the box because in California, they need, this is not going to be a back and forth conversation, Cheryl. You had your time.
I really can't hear you.
I'm just going to answer you, but we're not going to go back and forth on this. They need to put that on for federal law in the state of California, but he said that it is not needed in the other states, but they just put it on the box to, I guess, conform to the federal level. I did convey that message to you. When I got the message back, it took a little while
Not
for them to
true.
respond. I had to actually contact them several times. Last Wednesday, you brought up the issue again, and you've brought it up several times with me. You call me quite often at my council office, and I always try and call you back. Even though sometimes we play phone tag, I always call you back. And I told you that I would get a number for you for somebody at AT&T where you can discuss this. You also have another option to go through your state representative and find out who the AT&T person is that is in charge of those boxes. So that's another option that you can explore.
The city should.
But I'm going to get you that number because I promised I was going to get you that number. And right now I'm looking through my emails, but I have quite a number of emails to look through.
But my questions weren't answered. Why is it there? Why is it there? Who ordered it to be
Well,
there, and who's paying for this
So according to
electricity?
AT&T, there may not be any chromium in that box.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
You asked for the answer, I gave you the answer that AT&T gave me.
Okay.
Because I don't know, and I don't want to open the box and find out. So
No,
I wouldn't
we
be
should
authorized to
open
open
it.
the box anyway. But
We
I'm
should-
giving you the answer because you came here and you spoke in public, and I'm giving you the answer back in public.
But I still didn't get the answer. Who ordered it to be in Bayonne?
So
Who-
I do not know who ordered those boxes there.
Somebody's
I would
gotta know.
imagine when they
Somebody's
come
got to
in.
know. Who's paying the electricity?
Cheryl, you're going to let me finish? I said I don't want to go back and forth
ahead.
with you. You're not even
Go
letting
ahead,
me
Gary.
finish the
Go
sentence.
ahead, Gary.
When those things come and they want to put utilities up, it usually comes to the city council. But I don't know when that came to the city council, because I don't remember us ever approving anything. I don't remember approving that in all my time as a city councilman. So I don't have your answers, but all I know is that the answers I do have, I gave you, and I have one more number to give you. And then after that, you're going to have to pursue it with AT&T and not keep bringing it here every month to the council. Because I don't have the answer, and we did not authorize a box with any chromium in it at all. So I
Well-
gave you as much information as I could get. I've spent a lot of time on this for you. I still owe you one more phone number, which I'm going to give you. But after that, you need to pursue it on another level. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you,
But I
Cheryl.
do believe there is chromium hexavalent in the box.
And I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know without opening the box. I can only tell you what the representative from the company who owns the box said to me.
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Medina, is there anybody else?
No, it's the last speaker. Moving on to an ordinance for introduction. It is an ordinance of the City of Bayonne approving an encroachment agreement with Mechanic Street Partners NJ LLC for the property located at 130-134 Avenue F, which is identified as Block 450, Lot 1.01, and a resolution moved by the council president fixing Wednesday, November 8th, at 7 p.m. in the Dorothy E. Harrington Council Chambers as a time and place for a public hearing and final passage. Mr. Perez, will you second?
Second.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
012 is an ordinance of the City of Bayonne approving an encroachment agreement with 197 Avenue E Urban Renewal LLC for the property located at 197 Avenue E, which property is identified as Block 221. The agenda says Lot 12.012, but it is 12.01. And a resolution moved by the council president fixing Wednesday, November 8th, at 7 p.m. in the Dorothy E. Harrington Council Chambers as a time and place for a public hearing and final passage. Would like to second. And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
013th is not being introduced tonight. Next one is an ordinance amending and supplementing the revised general ordinances of the City of Bayonne, Chapter 7, Traffic, and a resolution fixing Wednesday, November 8th at 7 p.m. in the Dorothy E. Harrington Council Chambers as a time and place for a public hearing and final passage. It is adding 5 restrictive parking spaces and deleting 3. Who'd like to move it?
So move.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer. Aye. Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Communications is a resolution moved by the council as a whole, and it covers C1 through C7. Any questions on the communications? Any questions? And on the communications, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer. Aye. Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Officers report, one more. Officers report is a resolution moved by the council as a whole, ordering the following officers' reports to be received and filed, and any resolutions incorporated within them to be adopted. It covers OR 1 through OR 2. Any questions on the officers' reports? And on the officers' reports, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer. Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Consent resolutions is a resolution moved by the council as a whole, ordering the following resolutions to be adopted. It covers CR1 through CR24. Any questions on the resolutions? And on the consent resolutions, Mr. Booker. Aye. Mr. Carroll. Aye. Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer. Aye. Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
R1 has been removed. R2 is affirming that the council members have read, at a minimum, the comments and recommendations section of the calendar year 2022 audit, and the affidavit certifying that they have done so. Who would like to move it?
Move.
And second?
So Madeline, I just want to stipulate, I'm happy to second this, but I just want to stipulate that it is imperative that we see to it that all of the recommendations and any necessary revisions or modifications are carried through, and that we are getting any deficiencies corrected. And with that being said, I've communicated that to internally, and the business administrator has assured me that we're going to take care of anything that remains outstanding in a timely fashion. So with that being said, I will second it.
And on the resolution of affirming, Mr. Booker. Aye. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
We're just going to take a couple minutes.
All in blue, is okay? Okay.
R3 is amending Resolution 2208-16079, designating property located at North Bay between 1st and 3rd Street, 4-22 Avenue F, 247-251 West 1st Street, and 218-222 West 2nd Street, and as designated as Block 332, Lots 1, 6, and 7, Block 333.01, Lot 7, Block 373, Lots 1, 2, 13, and 14, as a non-condemnation area pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law. And this is just to correct a scrivener's error. Who'd like to move?
Move it.
And on R3, Mr. Booker. Aye. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
R4 is authorizing the mayor and/or his designee to enter into a tax appeal settlement agreement with AMV Esposito Group LLC for Block 220, lots 24, 26, and 18, which property is located at 435-437 Broadway, 10-12 West 20th Street, and 11-13 West 19th Street, and authorizing the mayor and/or his designee to take any action necessary to effectuate this resolution and resulting judgment.
Move it.
Second.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker. Aye. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
R5 is authorizing the execution of an amendment to the redevelopment agreement by and between the City of Bayonne and 746 Avenue E Urban Renewal LLC for the property located at 736-742 Avenue E, which is identified as Block 393, Lots 3.01, as shown on the official tax map.
Move it.
Second.
And on the resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
While I'm not opposed to moving forward with this study, or at least with moving it to the planning board, I do hope that everyone keeps in mind that that is an area in the middle of a residential neighborhood, and that whatever is approved for that site is stipulated to be in character with the community around it. So with that being said, I vote aye.
And Mr. La Palusa.
Right now, it's a demolished, empty piece of land. I would like to see something nice in that area. It's next to a building already, and with that, I'll vote aye.
R6 is authorizing and directing the planning board to conduct a preliminary investigation to determine whether the property located at 120-122 West 33rd Street, which is identified as Block 143, Lot 28, as shown on the official tax map, constitutes a non-condemnation area in need of redevelopment, and directing the planning board to prepare a redevelopment plan for said property pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law. Would like to move it.
Move it.
Second.
And on the resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
R7, we're not going forward with, correct?
Yeah, we're removing R7 and R8.
R8 has been withdrawn also, that's not necessary. We move on to our add-ons. I have a couple of them. 2 are on the agenda, the remaining are not. Add 1 is authorizing a warrant payable to Royal Printing Services of West New York, New Jersey, in the amount of $41,500, representing the city's share of the printing cost of the primary election ballots. Would like to move it.
Move.
Second.
And on add 1, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Add 2 is authorizing an amendment to the lease agreement with the Bayonne Youth Center. It's a license agreement with the Bayonne Youth Center adopted by resolution number 23-09-20-053 on September 20th, 2023, for its Arts and Music Festival to be held Saturday, October 14th, to amend the rescheduled date to Sunday, October 22nd, 2023, and to be located at the G. Thomas D. Domenico Park, located at West 16th Street. And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Add 3, which is not on your agenda, is ratifying and affirming the actions of the Director of Public Works in procuring a used Glutton street vacuum from Joe Johnson Equipment from Monroe, North Carolina, for an amount of $15,000.
Second.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
Add 4 is authorizing an amendment to agreement number CY 23023 with Greenbaum Rowe Smith Davis LLP of Red Bank, New Jersey, to extend the said agreement through December 31st for an additional amount of $17,000, making the total contract amount not to exceed $44,500.
Move it.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker.
Aye.
Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez?
Aye.
Ms. Weimer?
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa?
Aye.
And there's an add 5. I didn't bring it out with me. Can I borrow your add 5?
Sure.
Add 5 is a resolution expressing the support for the need and community benefits for the New Jersey Economic Development Authority Aspire program for Block 830, Lot 2.01. Would like to move.
Move it.
Second.
And on that resolution, Mr. Booker. Aye. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye. Madeline, we're waiting for
Right, we're going to revisit R1.
R1, yes. So,
Mr. Coffey is not working on the actual resolution, but I can read it in. It is awarding the contract to Grayson Contracting Company, Inc. of Millstone, New Jersey, for the G. Thomas Domenico Municipal Pool Building roof replacement for a contract amount of $310,875.
do you want to speak on that, Director Carter? I asked Director Carter to just give us an overview of what the money's being spent on.
At D. Domenico Park, the building that houses the restrooms, the concession stand, everyone knows the big pool room. The roof is shot, so we're putting a new flat roof on the back, we are putting a new roof on the front, and after that, we're gonna do some interior work, but that's why we want to get this one on, because it's time sensitive. We can't do any interior work until we make sure that that building is no longer leaking. So, went out to bid, Jay has the paperwork now, and
And this price is not for any interior work, it's just for the roof, right? Is this,
the complete roof,
okay,
front and back, to tear off on the back,
okay.
so.
Okay, so we're just going to wait for Jay to come back so he has the rest of the information on this. Thank you for that, Director Carter.
Welcome, and I don't
Appreciate
think that roof's been
it.
done
It's a-
in
it's a pretty
20
big-
years.
Big-sized building as well.
Large,
so,
it's a very large
yeah.
building, and there was parts that were added to it years ago, the back half, so,
How much of it is flat roof?
about half,
Half?
the
Okay.
back half, and that's the worst part of it. The
Okay.
shingle part doesn't leak as bad. We've done repairs on that before, but the flat roof is just, every time we fix it, we get another leak,
All right.
and it's,
Is this going to be silicone now, or I would imagine?
yeah, it's gonna have rubber roof on it, rubber roof.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
And shingle on the front. And we're gonna keep the red shingle on the front, keep it to look the way it always did.
And a warranty on it too, or on the roofing?
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's a 30-year shingle,
Okay,
so
all right.
5 minutes or 5 raindrops, whichever comes first.
Question, with the interior, they're gonna do anything on the front facade, is it gonna?
Yeah, we have plans to do the whole front facade over, but that is a different phase. We want to make sure that the roof is buttoned up, and we take care of all the leaks first before we put any additional money into the building. But we do have a grant that we can utilize for that, so that's all going to be like a phase 2 of this whole project.
Yes. Hi, Sue, sure.
I just wanted to support the fact that we really need to move on this. We didn't know we did. Green Acres has sent us a letter. We have several grants that we've done the work, but they are still on the books because of a Tidelands issue, which has now been settled. But so every year we get an opportunity to apply to Green Acres if they come out with it. They are coming out with something in January, and they would like us to. We have to have a few less projects on the books, and we're working on that. By moving this one forward, it won't be on the books for us, which is important. because one of the ones we do have is Neil's, the Cottage Street one. We can't do anything on Cottage Street now because we got the FEMA grant, and we have to do the FEMA grant underground before we can do the on-ground, so I can only take off half of that grant. So
Okay.
it's important. Doesn't sound like it's important, but that's why I think Director Cotter and Ms. Mauer are trying to, help us deal with these
Sure.
regulatory issues. Great project, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's just absolutely wonderful, but it's just got a timing issue that if we can show movement on it, then we can take it off the book.
Okay.
Before you leave,
Yeah,
just to
no, I'm not
clarify,
leaving.
when you said the underground as opposed to on top, you're referring to we're moving forward or in the process of trying to move forward with flood remediation underneath that park
Yes.
before fixing the park itself and making it brand new and
And
feasible for
the
kids.
problem is, we have two different grants. One's
Right.
federal, which we have to take care of, and that was part of the multi-park project, 28th Street, already built. Rob sent the paperwork in this week to Bill. Donna just signed it, so that half will come off. It's multi-park. I still have Cottage Street on. So it's just important, if we can get this one moving, rather than wait, it will help us a lot when we won't be able to apply unless we do this in, well, it'll be January or February.
Thank you.
So it's a big help.
Sue, can you tell us how Golding Park is going right now?
I absolutely can. I think you would find email in a lot of people's boxes from Congressman Menendez, who contacted HUD and has asked them what the delay is. And they sent back that they're just buttoning it up with Suzanne Mack. So I believe they are. We've gone through a very long period with them on it, and I'm hoping any day now I'll be able to go to Rob and say, we can move forward.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
I've been
much.
on it, believe me.
Now that we have resolution in hand, who'd like to move it?
Move it.
Second.
And on the resolution, Mr. Booker. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye.
And I have nothing further. Mr. Coffey, do you have anything else?
Other than R1?
No, yeah, that's it?
We just did R1. That was the vote.
Okay,
We're good?
We're good.
so with that,
Bef-
I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I want to wish everybody a happy Halloween.
And second on the adjournment.
Second.
And on the adjournment, Mr. Booker. Mr. Carroll.
Aye.
Mr. Perez.
Aye.
Ms. Weimer.
Aye.
Mr. La Palusa.
Aye. Have a good evening, everybody.